Let's level up.
Level up. Community, friends, family. Level up. Your finance, your friends, and your mindset. Level up. Your health, vision, and knowledge. Level up.
Level Up with Sharie Wilson.
Hi, welcome to Level Up with Sharie Wilson. Today we have Tavia, Tasha, Jennifer, and later Tresla will be joining us. And we're going to be talking about 4 best friends only. So I'm excited to have you guys today. I'm excited to talk about friendship because I know that's something that's dear to my heart. You know, I love talking about relationships. I love talking about marriage. And I think it's important to really talk about the bond that African American women do have, because we always see the negative image of us on TV, on social media. So when I saw that you guys was doing this event, I wanted to have you guys on because it's a special place in my heart to see more Black women, being able to share their story about solid friendship. So I'm excited to have you guys today.
We're glad to be here.
Yes, okay. Well, tell me a little bit about yourself. Introduce who you are, and so we can know you guys a little personal.
Okay, so first and foremost, I'm Tasha Thompson.
She's a Thompson, y'all.
Yes, yes, Thompson. And I'm a mother of 2 boys, James and Jaden. My career is in telecommunications as an engineer administrator, which I've been there for over 20 years. So very soon. And
20 years? You don't look that old, girl. I'm hearing that.
Thank you.
Okay.
So just like my values in life is basically I value family and my friendships. And so overall they just sustain me, and I just believe that they were given to me by God. It's a blessing.
Amen.
Hi, my name is Jennifer Powers, and I'm a mother of 4, and I work in the medical field. So right now I'm doing the paper side of it, and that's a little bit of me. I'm so sorry.
It's okay. We got it.
I'm so sorry, but yeah, so that's me.
And I'm Tavia Jenkins. I am a mother of 2 beautiful daughters, Tajay and Tashiar. And I love life. I love to serve. I'm a giver, and I'm a salon owner of 20 years. Double Take Hair Gallery.
Mm-hmm. One of the best in Sacramento.
Yeah. But yes, God, I keep God first. Family is important, and of course, friendships are very important to me, and I hold them very dear. Mm-hmm. And again, that's who I am. I just love to serve, and I love to give, and I just love to be a light, and my children. And my family is very important. Mm-hmm. I come from good stock. Yes.
It's good stuff.
Yes.
I hear that. I want to make sure we are talking loud enough. Okay. Your friendship. Let's talk about friendship and how long you guys been friends.
Well, I know for me and Latasha, we've been friends for...
I'm 40, so our parents were basically best friends.
So they got married on the
Before I
same
was
day.
born.
So we were basically just born into this. So
Yeah.
our parents are best friends, and
Our dads
our dads are best friends, and our moms are best friends.
Really?
Yes.
So basically, we
It was just
kind
like
of
we
grew
was
up.
born
We
into
were
it.
basically grew up as
And then at the
sisters.
end of the day, we basically we have a lot in common, so it just went together at the end of the day. And it's just the loyalty, I can say for sure. It's just like we're breaded, or what would you say, like
Well, I think
cut from the cloth of loyalty.
Mhm.
That's just what we see from our parents, like
Yes.
so it just trickled down.
down to us. So basically, our parents was best friends, and then we end up being best friends. But we've been around each other our whole entire life. Actually, all our friendship, because we met Tresla when we were...
So I met Tress when I was probably in the 6th
Teen.
grade, and she was 5th, so I'm 40. Tress is like 1 year younger. So then I met Tress, and then brought Tress to Jen, But then Jen,
I was 12 because I'm a little older than them. So they also have sisters. So, I hung out more with their sisters because we're a little bit older. And then, I don't know. So we've been around a long, long time. Actually, me and Tav people don't know, but we're cousins.
Yeah.
Ah.
And so we
found that out. Like,
we thought I was in high school.
Yeah, that was actually junior high. It was junior high. It was
Junior
junior high. And again, same thing with Tresla and Tasha. I met Tresla when I was in junior. Well, no, we moved here from Los Angeles, so I was like in the 6th grade, and her aunt actually was our first daycare provider. Like our whole family had moved here from Los Angeles, so we that's how I met her. But then we became best friends. Like I want to say towards the end of like high school. Yeah, it was like the end of high school.
Yeah, because Tom used to do my hair when I was 10th grade.
Yes,
9th grade.
that's how I started. And then Tasha,
we all linked together.
Yeah,
a lot of
so
years.
much in common. Yeah.
And then we all linked like our at the end of our where we all
High
four
school,
came
after
together
high school.
with the 4 best friends like all together. It was like I want to say right after it was high school.
Yeah,
Yes,
and
right after high
in our
school.
adult lives, basically.
Wow. So I didn't know you was from LA. I'm from Los Angeles.
Oh,
Born and
yeah.
raised.
Well,
Okay.
all over California, but that was
Okay.
before we were in the Bay Area first,
Yeah.
then moved to LA, and then
Wow.
back up here. Yes. Yeah. So.
That's cool. Tell me a little bit more. I know your show is called 4 Best Friends Only. Okay. What does that only mean?
Go ahead, Tav. He's not ready for this one.
So you gotta go.
Okay, so for best friends only, it was four best friends represents us, the number 4. 4 best friends only is only us. It's 4 best friends, but it's 4 best friends. So it's geared towards relationships and sisterhood. So like that's what we're representing, and that's what we're representing for others to be a part of, almost like a membership of what we're doing, like a full membership of the sisterhood of for best friends only. So it's 4 best friends, 4 best friends. So that's yeah.
I like that. So pretty much and what I like what you said. You said you cut from the cloth of loyalty. So you had an example of what good friendship looks
From our
like.
parents.
Very much
It's
so.
an example from
our
our
mother's our mother's relationship made it to be like it's just a mirror. So we actually that's what we've been taught through watching them as we grow.
Because a lot of friendship is it's not taught. To me, friendship has to be taught. And I think with us, our parents would tell us, you don't do this as friends, you do this as friends. There's boundaries.
Trust in them.
There's
and
trust. There's
forgiving
loyalty.
each other, because that really is key. You have to forgive someone.
And they have to add to your life.
Right.
Like, you don't want a friend that's always taking,
Pulling and
and
taking.
pulling and
Right.
pulling.
Sucking.
Yeah, and I think for us 4, we add something to each one of our lives. Like, and we're all different, but same. We're a little bit same in the same way. Like, it's so funny because she's like more soft and meek, and Tav is more spiritual and just always happy. And and what people probably don't know about me, but I'm really funny and
Yes,
goofy.
very
And everyone thinks I'm really always really the serious one, but
Yeah,
I'm really
so
the more
comical.
funny and comical one.
Yeah.
And I think Tress is more of the serious one. So
yes.
that's how we're able to bring everything together and hold our bond, is because we all serve
It's
a purpose in our
balanced, too.
friendship.
Yeah, it's a great balance, and I think for all of us, it's back to what they said about the where does it come from, and same thing with my mom and her sister, and my grandmother and her sisters. It's just really like loyalty and being there, and like through anything that happens, like it's not an option. It's like automatic. You know what I mean? You know, if there's a need, you go and ask, what can I do? If there's something that someone has going on, I need to be a part of it, or how can I help? What can I need? I need to assist you in moving forward, that this becomes a success in any way, by any means necessary. So I think it's just
And what I'm hearing is work. Having
Oh,
a friendship is work.
Well, people
yeah.
think that it's so easy with our friendship. It's not even nearly like that. Like, a part of us have something. So like Tav is basically our glue. I can say that.
Yeah.
Like, because I think with us, we're like, well, whatever. I won't call you. But Tav's like, no. We're we're gonna solve this. We're gonna make sure everything's okay. Like Tava's like the one. She's more of the mother of the group, I can say. Like we're a group. Like she's more of the mediator. She's more of the glue. She's more of the one that we all come to.
So she always can see both sides and give you the good and the bad point of view. So you're like, okay, if I want to hear that.
But sometimes she just like. Sometimes you just want to be mad. And so, you go to each friend for certain things.
Yeah, right.
So like if I'm mad about something, I'm like, no, I'm going to tell him off. And then I know if I call Top, she's going to settle me down. I'm not calling.
And since she calls me, I'm ready to ride.
Let's go. What we doing? Let's ride. Let's get our shoes. But we know if we call her, she'll say, no. Okay, what I want you guys to do. Think about how you would feel after. Think about how you would feel after. Is it working?
Yeah. And it brings you all the way back down. And that's good because I feel like in my relationships, I have that too. If I want somebody to bring me down, then I call somebody else. If I want somebody to get up and ride with me, it's like, okay, I know who I'm calling. And I know she's going to be like, come on, let's do it.
Let's ride.
And I think that's important to have that balance, One of the things I wanted to ask about division in women, because I think one of the things you said was you have to forgive. And what I notice is as soon as somebody do one thing, they end the relationship. The friendship is over. And I know you want to see things coming, but you know a good friend. You know a solid friend. And just knowing that we all make mistakes. I may not be there how you think I should be there. And because I didn't show up at the hospital when you went to the emergency room, you probably thought that I needed to be there. So because I didn't show up, people would cut you off. Or because you wasn't there when something else happened dramatic in my life, you want to cut me off instead of giving somebody a chance to, I guess, redeem themselves or explain themselves real quick. Or if somebody do something, somebody even lie, sometimes we lie. Sometimes we mess up. Giving them a chance to redeem themselves, giving them a chance to say, I'm sorry, I messed up. What do you feel about all the division that we see on social media, on TV, even in the world, where as soon as somebody do something, we quick to call them a B, and I'm done with that. How do you guys deal with that within your relationships?
Well, I think.
We pray a lot. We have a great communication. So like if one of us is mad and I'm like, no, I'm not talking to her. I didn't like how she did, And then Tava say, no, we have to have a phone. We have to have a conference call. So we're constantly doing conference calls.
We get that prayer started.
But before that, we pray first.
Revisit it.
Yeah,
we really
going to visit it.
We don't argue all the time, Sharie.
We actually had an argument coming from LA one time. It was not too long ago. It was really.
It was them two against us two.
It was going down.
So then it was just like, oh my gosh, and I was like, yeah, put some gospel music on because my spirit is disturbed right now. So then we put that on. Then after we got out. Because we still had a little while to drive, and so when we got to
we had
the
6
house,
hours to drive. It was silent. It was a big argument, and it was over something really small.
Yes,
but it escalated to something big. And I noticed like a lot of times because we're probably friends longer. Sometimes I think I baby her a lot, and I think the argument was it with me or however the argument went where. We started arguing, but by the time we got out the car,
I said, oh,
and
yeah,
we hugged.
I said, no, can we? I said, yeah, we need to have a little prayer before because my spirit doesn't feel settled right now. So, let's do it.
Gospel music on or whatever.
To move the whole energy that's in there. But I think the division amongst us, where it halts at being a division, is the fact that I think. The key components to that is basically the communication. I really say this all the time: communication, forgiveness, and it's communication, it's forgiveness, and it's pride that we push
now that's
aside.
Number one is pride because a
lot
of
people. That's why people can't make it. And that's where because of those things. If you notice what you just said, to piggyback off of what you said, I hear so many people, even in my chair or. Even in family or just situations that I'm conversing with people and I hear those things come up like, oh yeah, well she did. No, I'm not saying nothing. I'm the one. You always hear this one too. And we all can feel like that at times.
I do believe it's a human feeling sometimes. Like, I always got to be the one. I'm always the one going and reaching out. I'm always doing this. Or I'm tired. No, I'm done. But when you really reflect, I always tell people, when you reflect and you sit back and say, because I say everyone has a file. We all have a file. So sometimes, like you said, we're quick to put, because somebody didn't show up at the hospital. When you pull up a person's file, what does it display? I always say that. Pull up the file. Because sometimes when you pull up that file, you'll kind of halt sometimes and be like, okay, yeah, well, I really did a little too much. Because when I pull up that file,
she's
facts
always
don't
been
lie.
Dot.
But sometimes I think friendships can probably end sometimes when a person feels like they're just
always being sick.
And it's like, dang, I've tried, I've done everything, I've talked to her, I've told her the things that bother me, and they're still
doing.
And I think it also, another thing, it comes from how people respond to things is a lot to do with their upbringing and where they come from too. But yeah, like how you see things and what things look like to you. So I think that part to me, but that's very important that women understand that if you have a sisterhood or she is your best friend, it's so important to like communicate. Even everyone gets stubborn, like we all get stubborn as just humans. So, but it's communicate, even if it takes time. And one person in the group should be that voice to be like, no, it's been a little too long. It shouldn't be. I've seen this happen with groups of best friends or close-knit friends where it's like, y'all really, not one person decided to literally
bring them
ask
together.
No one? You mean nobody has stepped up? Oh, no, I just no, that's not.
Tava do that too. Tava call and say, have you talked to Tress? I said, no, I haven't talked to her. Jen, you mean to tell me it's been 2 days and you haven't talked to her? I said, she need to call me. Or Tress might say, no, she need to call me. And she said, you know what? She'll call on the 3-way. Yeah. And that's why I said Tava's our glue, because even when we don't want to come together, she almost like let us know, like, is our friendship worth?
That's not okay.
Is it worth losing?
That just gave me chills, because what I'm hearing is she holds you guys accountable.
Yeah,
right? And that's what true friendship is. Holding each other accountable, saying, nah, not on my watch.
Right.
Y'all get this together. I don't know how y'all gonna get this together, but y'all get it together, because this is not okay. Right. And I think that's important. I always say best friends is kind of like a marriage.
It is.
And I love what you said. You said sometimes you gotta pull out that file.
Yeah.
You need to look and see, what does that file say?
Yes.
Don't just go off of what I just did right over here, but let's open that up and see. Let's talk about all the good stuff I did.
Yes. Right.
You know, and that's and lately, I know I have to do that. I have to go back and I have to say, no, that's not fair. Let me go back. You know, let me go back. Let me put all the good and let me go through all the bad. And sometimes in some friendships, you have to say, you pulling too much from me.
Right. Yeah, that's
because the bad outweigh the good.
Yeah.
You know, but you honestly have to open that up, the file, and say, let me see what the history tells. Because the history don't lie. And if your friend is more of a good friend than a bad friend, why are you going to let the relationship go off a couple mistakes you made?
Exactly.
Right. You know? No, exactly. And that's how I feel. I just feel like like when you have something good in terms of friends or just anything, like, again, it's very important. Like, this person, like, if you've shared things with them, and that's another thing that's very important. Like, and another thing that they really quick, that term, best friend, we talk about it being loosely given.
Yes.
No, it's work.
Yes.
Like, when we say, no, it's work. You don't just get to say you're my best friend. The best friend title, it comes up underneath some stuff.
Yeah.
Like, no, you don't just get to get that title.
You just don't get the rights of
you don't get a shot at the
you
title.
Don't get the rights of that name.
Right. Yeah, that's really a big one to me.
You're on probation for a little bit.
Yeah.
You have to prove yourself.
Yeah, you need to sustain some durability.
Yeah, absolutely.
Some you go how the young people say that you gotta come out the mud. Like, you gotta, the little saying that they say now. I get it through the mud, or whatever.
No, it's real, because right now you hear all over social media BFF. Oh, she's my BFF.
Yes.
But what does that truly mean? You know, and I think you guys are a prime example, and I'm so glad you guys are doing this show, because it's also showing how you need her.
Yes.
Like, you need Jennifer. You need Tasha. Y'all need each other.
Right.
You know,
it feels
it's not
empty.
just
One of them's not there.
Yeah, no,
It
and
does.
honestly, through every facet of my life, they've been here. Like literally,
Yes.
like I'm talking about every
Marriage.
idea. Like that gives me chills. Like literally, every idea I've ever wanted to do, they've backed me with every single thing. Like literally, even when we did the For Best Friends Only, I had the vision several years ago, and I brought it to them, and it's nothing but God, because people were in different spaces of their life, and so I was like, man, I got this idea. I threw it around to a couple other people, the idea, and I said something about, and they were like, "Oh, I like the idea. That's so dope, Tav." And then I kept saying to myself, "Why don't they don't realize?" Because I could see it. God was seeing. I could see the room being filled and people coming together and reconnecting and reflecting and
healing.
yes, and
Right.
yes,
It's a
exactly.
ministry.
Yes,
It's a ministry.
and so then with this,
I know.
yeah, and so
Aw.
when
We just tell you this is our
It's
prayer
okay.
too.
yeah,
Don't start because you're gonna have me go there. I'm telling you. I was thinking it,
It's
even saying something, but I'm gonna hold back on it.
No, come on,
And-
y'all.
and then so
This is needed.
when
It's really a lot.
when I said it again, I said it for the last time. I had told a girlfriend, Deandra, about it, and I said, she said yeah to it. This was just like about a year and a half ago. Then I brought it back again. Tresla moved here. So isn't that something? Tresla was away. So Tresla was doing her thing with the Multifaceted Inc. in the entertainment business because, she represents the models and all of that. So she was doing she was like, yeah, I like it. But, in her mind, it's like, yeah, that's small things to what I'm doing. You know what I mean? So, and then Jen had her sect, just doing her thing and with the kids and little Keith and everything. And then Tosh in her space. So Tresla moved here. And then I brought it up again. And it was like, everybody was like, yeah, Tress was
It's
really
time.
pushing for it. She
Well,
was
it's
like,
not only
no.
that. A lot of people ask us about our friendship. Like, how are you guys friends so long? Like, we get people that inbox us, that DM us, and it's crazy. We like, why do people want to know about our friendship? So that's where it kind of came from too, because everybody wants to know, like, how are you guys friends so long? But to us, it's just so organic.
Yeah,
it's
it's
like
just
we
like
don't
natural to
even
me,
know,
too.
like,
Yeah.
what it is
That's all I know
that
to
they're.
do.
It's just easy for us because it's organic. And I think it's almost like we share so much. It's like almost like a family member.
Yeah,
And
it really
we
is.
share every-
sisters. It's sisters. That's why I call it that. We say,
So sweet.
I said the soul sisters because they're my soul sisters because we sow into each other's lives. You know what I mean? Every single day I don't care if it's spiritual words, encouragement, finances sometimes.
Finances.
Like they're really my soul sisters. And I do have two other sisters, but they are my soul sisters, like without a shadow of a doubt. And that's what I think best friends turn into, are your sisters.
I think sometimes even our siblings kind of get a little jealous
Yeah.
with our friendship because they're like, okay, well, you do that for such and such, but can you come and do that for us? And they see that our friendship is so tight and our bond is so tight that even sometimes our siblings, are like, oh my God, you guys' friendship is so much. But we've been through everything, even from just birth of our children,
Yes.
marriages.
Yes,
So
yeah.
you're talking about decade and
Everything.
decade of friendship. And then like when we look at the generation today, it's like they throw away their friendship, like you were saying, like within a month or a year. And it's like, it wasn't worth fighting for.
Yeah, it's like they don't value it. It's kind of like, well,
But
I'll
they-
talk to them
and
later.
that's
But
And
it's
that's
like,
what I try to-
they make me happy though. Like a space in your place of your life, like that person, like I enjoy. Like when I know I'm going to go eat with them, I'm excited.
fun,
So it's
yeah.
like, I know we're going to have fun. I know we're going to be talking all
We
day.
usually
And we're there.
on
Sometimes
and on.
we're in
Sometimes
the
you're like,
parking lot in front of the driveway
need to
till
go
3
home.
a.m. where people are coming out, like, you guys are still outside
Yeah.
talking till 3 a.m.
Yeah, my daughter
Tracks
right there.
all of our
Like,
kids get so mad. Like, Mom, are you seriously in the car still?
I'm gonna get out.
Well, we're at the shop. The people leave. We're still there
Just
3 to 4 in
yeah.
the morning,
Yeah.
still talking. It'll go from crying to hugging to loving to dancing
Yeah.
to joking. Like this is all within that period of time that we spend with each
It's
other.
like we have so
I
much-
see you getting emotional, and I saw that you shed some tears. What happened? What were you feeling?
I think with just us because I think that I love them so much because they're always there. Like when you call somebody and say, I need this or I want this, and when you look and you see that they're there, like it's never been a time or a
Somebody's
moment
gone.
that I called any one of them,
And
and they're not there. Like I'm talking about their finances, money, marriage, like
That's why I
everything,
truly say
Like,
it's
even
sent from God. Like
from
they're sent
divorces,
God.
from
It's like
deaths, from everything.
really destined that we were going to be like this. It was just like going to happen.
And it's like, you know what?
Definitely
This
from God.
happened because I believe God just wants you guys on display to show other
Tell our
people
story.
how to be true friends. And it's so important. I go back to our community, our people. We need to learn how to be better friends.
Really.
You know, we really do.
Yeah.
And I love it. You know, and I go back to you and your emotions because y'all gonna have me over here crying. I love it because I can feel your spirit. You know, I feel the emotions. I feel how much you love them. You know, and for you guys to display that on stage, I think that's gonna be so
Powerful.
freaking powerful. It's
Yeah, I
gonna
got
be.
chills
It's
now,
gonna be.
Shari. I got
Listen, it's gonna
literally
be a
chills.
healing session.
Mhm.
You guys understand what you guys about to
Yes.
do? It's going to be a healing session because you guys going to have women there that's going to leave there, who's going to call some friends and say, "I'm sorry, I let you go for nothing."
Yeah.
You know, this is going to be a healing session.
Tell her, Todd, with the ours.
Yeah. Reconnect and reflect. That's the thing, because that's the base of it. The base is sowing seeds with your sisters, but we also, that other part of the reconnect and reflect, that is the purpose of it, of reflecting. But sometimes you got to reflect. Do you really know how fly and great of a friend and amazing I am to you?
Man,
No, like, look at me. Like, look at me. Like serious business. And it's like that. Like, you have to, because sometimes you have friends too. That's another thing, that they'll be friends and it's like, no, tell your friend. And I know that it comes from, I always say things come
Don't
from
be
a
a
place.
yes friend either.
Yeah.
You know how
Yeah.
people are yes
too.
friends, like they just want to tell you what you want to hear.
Yeah.
And we're not like that. Like, even I know I've done many things in my life. And I've been with Tav, and Tav would tell me, I don't think it's right. I don't think you should do it. I'm not okay with it, but I love you and my friend, and I'm there for you. So she never ever judged any of us. And we're the same with Tav too.
Yeah.
Like, I think our friendship is no judgment. But we don't say, okay, because whatever you're doing, you're my friend, just do it because you're my friend. No, what you're doing is wrong.
that's not really a friend.
That's not really
That's
a
not
friend.
really a friend.
Yeah.
And that's what, you know, my husband would tell me, watch your friendship. If you having somebody who always saying yes, then that's somebody who just want to be around you.
Yes.
A real friend is going to tell you, they're going to pull your coattail and say you're wrong, you out of pocket.
Mhm.
That right there stinks.
Mhm.
That wasn't cute at all.
Mhm.
That's what a real friend is going to do. A real friend is going to say, yeah, I don't know about him.
Mhm.
I don't think he's the best for you.
Right. So
You know, a little friend, hopefully, a real friend is going to pick up on spirits. Like, yeah, I don't know, something in my spirit
Yes.
said,
All the
that
time.
ain't right.
All the
Yeah,
time.
that's
I don't
We do.
know.
We pull each other's car
we
all
do.
the time.
Yeah.
And it's funny because we sometimes argue with Trust Lamore, and we do, and sometimes we get her together and we're like, well, you know, we'll tell her, and she'll be like, no, but it takes all of us to
That's
say
it.
it, and she'll go, well, yeah, you're right. Well, let me think about it, you know, and that's what I love about each other. Like, we'll call each other out on a lot of things that need to be called out.
Yeah.
We're not like,
And that's,
well, you know,
Right.
no,
Yeah.
you're wrong, and you know you're wrong.
Uh-huh.
Like, even from a post that I might have posted, and I know
Say,
that I
take
was
that
wrong.
oh my God,
You
I'm
know
quick
you
to be
ain't
like, take that post down. Damn.
Yeah.
Like all those friends that's on there, comments,
Yeah.
girl, I am that girl. I'm like, they ain't your friend, because they should have told
They
you
should've
to
told
take that post down too.
Yeah.
Like,
That's so
and that's what real friends are. And you know, me and my friend Kiki, we have one friend who we always like, and she wasn't used to the type of friendship that we have with her. Like, it was kind of like maybe overbearing or too much, too aggressive.
For real.
But now, since she's been around us for almost 2 years, she's like, I get it now. You know, because we have to tell her, that's not you. Take that post. Take the post down.
Yes.
No.
That comment right there, hey, you're throwing stabs. Let's not do that.
Yeah.
You know, and I think that's important in relationship. And too many, I'm just excited because you guys are going to show what real friendship is. And when you guys are on that stage, y'all gonna give the bad, the good, the ugly.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and it's not just about yes ma'ams and just giving somebody what they want, but telling them, you know, nah, because that's what a true friend does.
Yeah,
I'm just super excited. I want to make sure I ask all
this is awesome.
all the questions, so we can go on and on and on. And I definitely want to have you guys back. We already talked about some of the challenges that you guys have to maintain a long-lasting friendship. But you guys want to go a little deeper with that?
I'm sorry.
Like some of the challenges you guys may have. Like, what are the challenges you may have to maintain this? I know it gets hard. So how does it get hard? Like, what do you guys have to go through to really maintain this group? And I know we talked about it a little bit.
Yeah.
Like, really just...
I think it would be the conversations, settling in the spirit. Again, the mediation was saying like, actually, no, we don't need to. We're not gonna. Well, I'm gonna tell you from my standpoint or how I feel. Like this, and that. Like, no, you have to look at all four sides of the picture. It's just not what you think. Just because you were, do you realize that what you said may have not been okay? Because sometimes we often do that as humans. We do that. We look at our side only. Like. You forget. So it's a long time ago. I remember my little sister had said this in a dispute that she had with someone. She said, well, she can't get mad just because my fire may have blazed up a little more than hers. She came at me with fire, right? So I gave her a volcano. So I said, so with that, it made me say that to her though, but you're still not, it's still not okay. You're still engaged in it. So you said something that was not okay. You didn't opt out to be like, you know what? Like,
you let your emotions go.
That's how you feel? Okay.
Well,
I'm not even going to walk away.
Tom says about me, she says like, I'm kind of like a give back artist. Like, to me, I'm like, you hurt me, I hurt you back.
Yes.
So all the years of all
she said I would be like, no. So like to maintain that, it is someone I believe getting in the ear. Because I remember Jen said that one time in this situation, she was like, no, I want this person to feel the pain.
Feel it, yes. Feel that.
You can feel it at your heart. I'm
So I was
just
like,
go harder.
they are feeling it.
No.
Yeah. This person is feeling it. Believe me, they're hurting in another way. They may not hurt the way you're hurting. They're hurting by self. You don't know. It could be self-medicating off of, you know, turning up at the club, or it looks like this, or you don't know what people are doing because everyone has to lay their head down at night. You gotta lay that head down at night.
Yeah.
So when you lay that head down at night, and it's just you alone, and you gotta deal with self and all kind of things. So like people hurt in different ways. So I think it's more so like communicating to maintain the challenges, coming back, saying the accountability part.
Yeah, when you're wrong. I think that for me, I think that was something big that I had to deal with in our earlier in our friendship. But it's so easy now to say, you know what? Okay, Tom. Well, let me think about it. Well, you know, you were right. I guess I could have did this a little bit differently. Yeah. I said, but do you see where I was at? And then Tom said, oh. So, and then, you know, it's constantly, we stay on the phone. So we're always talking to each other at least 2 and 3 times. Some of us talk to each other a little bit more in a day. So I think for Tom, she always makes sure that she, again, stays connected to all of our lives. Like, so she'll go, hey, Jay, have you talked to Tasha? Have you talked to her today? I'm like, no, I haven't talked to her. Oh, wow, this is not like her. It's like a couple of hours. Well, when you talk, try to call her later on. I'm like, oh my God.
And then another thing that's really important is like, say, for instance, if you do something like that, accountability is really big. Like even if you have to sit on it, because everyone's not going to be so quick to be like, but you do have to sit on it a minute. And I think sometimes that's how people respond. Everyone responds to things differently. So some people immediately they'll respond and be like, I'm sorry, because some people lack empathy. So that might be a strength. We all have strengths and weaknesses, I believe, in relationships. There's a strength and a weakness. So sometimes that accountability with, even if you have to come back and say it, like, I'm sorry. It was something that even just not the other day, I think Tress, I said, oh yeah. Like, cause I think for me, I'm an energy person. So when I talk to you, I don't know. I just want you to be like, hey, Tom, what's going on?
Every time.
You there's a dry spirit.
Every time. You can have a bad day. She'll call you and she wants you to say, hey Tom, but not every day it's gonna be like that. So when she called, I'm like, hey Tom, what's up? Oh, are you okay? I'm just spirits a little bit down. I'm like, Tom, I mean, I can't be like that every day.
Tress answered the phone because sometimes if Tress is she's always doing big business on some every level of something like. So she's like, I got these contracts I'm completing and all this stuff. And so she answered the phone. She was like, yes. And I was like, oh yeah, no, I'll give you a call back because I don't like the energy of the yes. So yeah, go ahead and call me back. And then so she was like, so then she texted me. And she texted me, was like, Tom, that was, please don't take it like that with a yes. Because, I was in a good space, and sometimes a person, you have to be mindful of that. When you call someone, sometimes, like, they're, or you don't know what people are dealing with sometimes. So we do have to be careful of that. And sometimes I probably can't expect that because I am really big of when someone answers the phone, the energy. And then sometimes if I'm like that, and they know that if something, Jen might, or one of you guys might be like, oh, what's wrong? Because you sound down. I was like, all right, it'll be like, oh, man, it's a lot on me right now. Like, there's so many people, I can't, like, give me a minute.
And that's her. She got exaggerated. Like, all this, she does all that. She's really dramatic.
And I think it's important when you go back, like, yeah, you know what? Yeah, I'm not feeling your energy right now. It's protecting your space. Because wherever you are, somebody can take you from there to there. So sometimes you got to step back and be like, hey, yeah, I'm not feeling your energy. Let me call you back. It's okay to do that.
No, because
it's definitely okay.
And Tress has she's very
and it's okay not to be happy all the time.
I know. But Tress is, when she's happy like that, she's in her space. She is like, hey, and she goes into this little baby kitty voice. Hey guys, hi, I'm over here. So then sometimes it'll go from that to, yeah, what's up? Okay, I'm working right now. I have 5 minutes. I'm working. If you know the magnitude of what I'm doing, give me a minute. And I'm like, no, okay, yeah, call me back because I don't like that energy.
So, and I heard you just say everybody don't. I mean, you just said
not every day you're not going to be happy. And Tom wants you to be.
But you know what? And that's good though, because every day we should wake up in that happiness. So if you have that, I want some of that. Because every day we should be in there. We shouldn't let the world, whatever's happening to us, take us to the point where
the joy is gone.
The joy is gone. So that's pretty. I mean, that's pretty awesome. I know that we say that we shouldn't have it, but we should, even though we don't. But we should be aiming to have that. And I think that's pretty awesome. The last thing I want to touch on, because I know we're running out of time, is protecting your space as far as friends. I know with me, my husband always telling me, be careful who, okay, this person just came. Who is she? What she's about? What she's trying to get? Is she really trying to be your friend, or what she's trying to take from you? So I always talk about protecting your space. And I know you said earlier that a lot of people inbox you like, hey girl, how or hey girl, and I'm sure you guys get people like, hey, can I hang out with y'all? What y'all doing? Or I want y'all to come here. Like people's trying to get in to your circle. How do you protect that? Because what you guys have is precious.
Absolutely.
And sometimes I would say this, some people want to just get in just to see if it's real. To see the inner arguments and the inner flaws that we have just to try to expose. So that's why I say I don't have nothing to expose. I mean, I have everything to expose. Well, I don't have nothing to expose because I'm just going to tell you how it is. Like I'm an open book, even about my marriage. So like people look at me and they say, oh my God, you and your husband got the perfect relationship. I'm like, no, we don't. We just finished arguing over A, B, and C. Like this is work. And sometimes they want to get in just to see. Let me see how good their marriage is, just to take away. And it's like, girl, let me tell you, I just went over Sharie house, and it's not what you think it is. How do you keep, those type of people out of your circle?
Well, I think for us, the reason why we kind of shut it down is because Tom has probably more friends than all of us outside our best friends. And Tressler does too. Yeah. And so I guess with that, like, I don't know, we came to some problems. Yeah. We came to some problems. So what happened was, us 4 came to like the big table and was like, look, we can't allow these people to come in So I guess it's almost like a pledge.
It's like
We kind of
mafia.
like did.
It's like mafia.
Yeah, it was like, and we have a
We go to
name.
the
We
big
call
table.
ourselves like Bella Mafia.
Bella.
So for short, so we have like a nickname, and it's like Bella Mafia. And so what it is because we've been friends so long that we've made mistakes with outside friends in the past.
Yes.
And so we had to come to the table, and that's why we named ourselves Bella, is because we won't let anyone spoil what we have. And so, like, for our outside, we like, look, even when Tom say, oh, this is our friend, we're like, hey. But it's like, okay. And Tress is the one to say, we'll be right back. You can stay right there. We're going to go talk for a second. We'll be right back. But we're constantly protecting.
Yeah.
We don't really let people go too far. Like, if someone's coming, Tom has this little thing where she'll like she has it. Show what you do.
Yeah.
So
like
if we're talking and we're
and then
talking,
somebody's around, like
be
it's
quiet.
definitely gonna either
and
be
it's our
a
business.
poke in the backbone,
We do like
Yeah,
or something like.
So that's what we do. So like if we're talking or if we're talking too much and someone's around, we'll poke each other and go, girl.
Yeah, no, because
And
it's really because
it's
people carry.
important.
Yeah,
It's okay to
very
be
important.
open about you guys going through so much, but it's to having a wrong person
right.
to try to come in and take a little bit of this or a little bit of
and I
that
think-
and do something negative with it.
And I think for you, I mean, that question is good because it has been situations, and I think those type of things that happen, again, though it's almost like with ourselves as humans, when we can't become greater or stronger without going through anything. Our experiences are the sum total of who we are. So, like, I think that even in your friendships, that going through that makes the bond tighter when you
That
have
make the
people.
love even
When you
deeper.
have people that might come into the circle, and I like it. It's almost like a blessing that it happened because it makes you tighten things up, like you said. It makes you overall look and say, "Dang, where was I slipping?" Or why did I just like what was I blinded by? Because I asked myself that on a couple of things that have happened with me, like where was I blinded at that I, when I dissected, was it because they did this and that for me, or was it because other things that happen? Because it doesn't take away when someone betrays you. They still do have great qualities. I think it's just something with self that they have to learn, or whatever came from whatever they're dealing with, or however it was. But I think for us, it just makes us stronger.
And it's okay to put people in different categories.
Yeah.
You might be over here,
Right.
and you might be over here.
Right.
But my 4 girlfriends is over here.
Right.
And this is the 4 I let into everything. They have all of me.
Right.
But you're not about to have all of me.
Oh, no,
You
no,
only gonna get this part of me.
Right.
And you only gonna get this part of me. And there's nothing wrong with that. Because I feel like it's important to let people know you have to prove yourself to me.
Yeah, because
My friendship to me is important. Like you said, you got a good friend.
like when
Like,
Jen
I'm a good friend.
on her 40th, and again, like Jen said, it's like I have a friend who's like one of my best friends. It's an outside best friend, but Jen's 40th, they love her though. Like she's not all of our best friends. She's one of my good friends. That would be Jess. And remember, we Jen
met her
for Jen's 40th, but like it's weird. She's closer to me, but Jen has still. Her and Jen have still like confided in each other with different things, and
So
But
they,
we
they
still, it's just like Sharie said, it's just to a certain
Right.
certain
Yeah.
extent. It's
It's
like
not
I'm
all the time.
still always like.
You
I mean,
can
I
think
think
about,
out of everybody, I'm more or less like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
And until something in you tell you to release.
Yes.
You know, and that's why I think it's so important. I mean, we're all Christians.
Mhm.
And when God tell me to release,
Very
and then if I do release and I get hurt, then it was for my reason. God wanted me to see
Right.
something. It was
Mhm.
something to make me a better
He
person.
revealed
or-
something to you.
Exactly. So I think it's awesome. I'm excited. Talk about for best friends only. The day is
March
the
10th.
10th.
March
Okay,
10th.
March the 10th.
for
From
best
1 to 5.
friends only.
1 to 5.
Quick question, or not quick question. I want to answer this
Yes.
for those who are watching and you want to know: can you come by yourself? Because we've been getting inboxes. People have been coming to the salon, at the salon, getting service, asking, can I come by myself? I don't have a best friend. Yes, yes, yes. This is for best friends and sisterhood.
and for sisters or whoever, because sometimes your best friends are not just your friends. They can be, in my family, a lot of my family, they're best friends, like the cousins, my sisters and some of my cousins are best friends. So like, you don't have to have a best friend. This is for you to get filled up with love. You're going to get poured into. You'll learn tips and tools that you can take with you, that maybe a friend you might have as a friend, it can potentially be a best friend with some of the tips and tools. Okay, that's just
we do this thing like,
it's good. But I want y'all to listen. I think it's good. I think it's important because people don't say, well, it's for 4 best friends.
Yeah, they say don't come by themselves, but then we also have you'll network with someone there as well.
Yeah, panel discussion. We have Sharie as one of our speakers. We're super excited about that.
We're excited. So we're going to have panel discussions. We'll have
food,
games. It's going to be, I don't want to tell you too much. We have a great guest host. We have some special guests. And okay. Best friend, one of the best friends have arrived.
Okay, now.
The 4th one,
Yes.
Tresla Gilbreth. Yes, so it's going to be, again, panel discussion, games, live band, great music, reflect and reconnect. We'll be, you'll be doing some interactive bestie building. Okay, so it's going to be awesome. I'm really excited. This is great to bring to Sacramento. I think it'll be great for our city, and we definitely will be doing. Look forward to our other event coming up this summer, and we will do this. This will be annually. So
yes, and they will be back with us.
Yes, absolutely.
So where can we buy tickets?
On Eventbrite.
Eventbrite.com.
But we will have you'll be able to buy tickets at the door.
At the salon. We're
going to be having
we're opening up tickets that will be sold at the salon. So if you'd like to come to the salon to purchase tickets, Double Take Hair Gallery, but Eventbrite.com for best friends only. Eventbrite.com.
We actually have a dual.
Yeah, right now it's a deal. The dual deal for the besties. So go on there and get 2 for 1.
No, it's 2
it's
for
2 for 100, but it's 50.
I'm excited, you guys.
Yeah.
Hey. We have the 4th best friend just came in. Come on in.
How are you?
Hi, everyone.
Hey.
We have Hi, everyone. Thanks for having us, Sharie. Yes, I'm so excited. We're towards the end, but you made it just on time. So listen.
You missed the crying and everything.
What? You look
beautiful. Yes, you lady. Oh my gosh.
So Tresla had an emergency, but she's here with us now. Do you want to? We talked about almost everything, but what do you want to?
Yeah,
just say something.
Yes, we have to say something.
Why are you?
Like what?
Yourself and
what do the best friends mean to you?
Yeah.
It means everything. It means love. It means longevity. It is a feeling of knowing you'll never be by yourself. And I use that word loosely with never, because anything can happen in life, but you have a foundation of stability.
Oh, that's good. That's real good.
And then who are you?
Is she the commentator?
Oh my God.
Don't be sorry. The boss lady down there. I got this. Listen.
Tuck this shit.
Okay, so we know. We see now. We're trying to run the 4 best friends. I think she's down there. She's trying to run the 4 best friends, and she's trying to keep the 4 best friends together.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about yourself, like Tavia said.
A
little bit about myself.
Oh God, that was cute. Would you be specific?
Just what you do. I have kids. I'm married. I do this. I do that. Just so the audience can know a little bit about you. Know everything about.
Okay. Yes, I'm a daughter. I'm a sister. I'm a best friend. I'm an educator by trade. College degree, child development, minor psychology. Educated in the early childhood education world for 10 years. Then in the juvenile system for 10 years. So 20 years of education. Love children. My purpose is educating children. Management for 15 years, talent management. And now really just owning in on the real purpose, which is the Purpose and Favor Foundation. And it is a streamline of education, children, and the industry all kind of combined in one.
Okay. All right. And I keep hearing you say children. Are you guys going to open this up for some teenage girls?
But we're hoping that some younger young ladies will be there at our event because, it has to start from the youth. Because if it's not taught to you how to be a friend, then how do you grow up to even be a best friend, right? So I think that that's one of the things we wanted to do. And we wanted to, some of our speakers, we wanted them to be younger to grab some of the younger crowd.
So. That's awesome. Because I think that's important.
No, I
think it's not taught.
It's
right?
not.
And the reason why it's not taught is because we have a lot of young mothers who's not good friends. So they're duplicating. I have friends on Facebook where I'm looking at how they be riding with their kids, and I'm like, who's the mama? Who's the daughter? What's going on? So it's clear that this young girl don't have a good example of when to talk, when to say I'm sorry. So I think it's really important for us to, bring this to our
awareness for
our teenagers.
And our daughters definitely will be there.
My daughter will be there.
Yeah, because I'm constant.
And hopefully my son will be here he will be one of the speakers. So
and tell everybody who your son is.
And my son is Keith Powers, and he's an actor. And he's a model. He's a top model, and he acts. Right now, he's on Famous in Love. He did Straight Outta Compton. He did New Edition. He did what is the zombie? Walking Dead. Yes. So he's doing a lot of great things right now.
Sacramento raised, right? Yes. He went to Sheldon.
He went to Sheldon High, and so that's what I do too. He has a foundation called the Keith Powers Foundation. So I run that, and then I still have the Aviance, and I guess I was kind of nervous when I first talked, but I have a lot of different things that I'm doing right now. But
well, I'm excited. I want to have you guys back on this show again. Maybe we can even talk about how the event went, how you guys was blessed by it, and I'm just super excited. I know my producer over there is telling me to wrap it up.
Yes. I'm just so grateful for you to even ask us. It's an honor. First of all, I love your movement. I love you, your movement, and I don't even personally know you. I went to one event, and I know you're great friends with Kiki, who is a dear friend. But I just say you are one of what is the word to even know, motivation to be able to see. So you can strive for something greatness. So you are an example.
When we mentioned your name, one of the young ladies were like, "Oh my gosh, Sharie," and she went on and on and on. I was like, I need to do my homework on this show.
We told her that she would be one of the speakers. And
she was so excited for one of the speakers that we have.
That means everything. I don't even know how this talk show even came about. And Kiki was telling me, no, it's going to be like this. It's going to be like this. And I said, wait, Kiki, this is just going to be for the community. I just want to be able to have conversations, real conversations about friendship, marriage, blended families. Because I feel like the conversation and the real conversations don't happen.
Right.
People want to know how I end up being a hairstylist and having A, B, and C. And it's just nothing but the grace of God. It's nothing but having a vision, dreaming. I'm a little girl from South Central LA. I'm from the hood, and I just had a dream. I had a vision. I had a mentor as a sister who always poured into me and always told me I can have anything I want. And I just want to be that for other women and everyone else. So this is what I love doing. This is just something that's organic. And I'm just excited. So when I saw it, I said, oh no. You know, 4 best friends. You guys are awesome, and I'm excited that you guys are here. And I will wrap it up. Thank you so much.
I'm so proud of you.
Thank you, guys. I'm so excited too. So, thank you all for tuning in to Level Up with Sharie Wilson. Until next time, we'll see you later.
Let's level up. Level up. Community, friends, family. Level up. Your finance, your friends, and your mindset. Level up. Your health, vision, and knowledge. Level up.
Level Up with Sharie Wilson.